faith, family, football, and friends, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you give us one thing in each of those areas that it takes to be good at that? Because I think, when you work to be good at that, it's like, making that recipe, that pie.
Right.
When you work, you have the right ingredients, that pinch of this and
Right.
that, and you put it all together, it makes a good pie, which you've had in your career. I think.
Thank you. Yeah.
What are some of those ingredients for each aspect of that? You just give me, one or two at each. So when you look at faith, because that's the top.
But I tell you, there's one ingredient that all of them have in it, and that's discipline.
Yes.
And now, it's not a yes or no for discipline, or yes, but it's the discipline to stay true to what you're doing. To me, faith is just, faith is in the belief of, the definition of faith is the belief of something that you cannot see. You believe in it, you cannot see. Well, obviously we can't see our Lord and Savior. But I have faith that He's there, and I have proof that He's there in my walk of life. But I think with faith, you got to have somebody in your life that is there with you in your faith, and faith wants to be first, and faith should be first. Faith in your Lord and Savior. There's faith in everything we do, but faith in that. We're talking about a religion, a religious type. So I think you need somebody there to be with you in that. Somebody that you can hug and hold. My mother shaped that for us. Was that my wife is that person now? So I think that ingredient there is companionship in that you need that. I think, once again, the discipline aspect of it, of making sure that you're doing something to exercise your faith on a daily basis, whatever that is. Mine's reading. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I mainly do that so I can have that time to do that. But that's ingredients. Family, and I struggled with this early on, and family is, that ingredient is time. You got to put time into your family, because that old saying that we tell about kids that we coach, they don't care how much you know till they know how much you care.
That's it.
Well, that's the same way your family is. Yeah. You told me you loved me last month, Dad.
Where are you?
But you hadn't told me this month. That time, and I was that dad. I truly was that dad. I assumed that everybody knew I loved them. Man, I'm out there busting my butt, working for you, but I didn't put the time into my family that I was putting into my career, and I suffered early. It suffered. I thank the good Lord that I had a wife that understood that, and she was mom and dad and everything, and I was a sometimes dad because I was a full-time football coach. Football is discipline, and still it's family. And I think you've got to. I think love is a big ingredient in that. People say love in football. Yeah, you got to love the ones that you're with. Yeah, but love's with all of them. But you got to love the game. You got to love the kids you're with. You got to love the people you work with. I know as an assistant coach, you didn't love the head coach and didn't care for him. It made it hard to go to work. Still loved what you did, but man alive, you didn't feel respected. You didn't feel that, And I've never felt that way with anybody I've worked for. I've been very fortunate. I know people that have. I worked with a group of assistants that I truly liked being around, and loved them, and it's easier to work like that. You got to understand that there's got to be dedication is one of that, and then friends. Coach, the ingredient to having friends is trust. When you're able to, a true friend is somebody who's sitting here and tell you whatever I've done, whatever my thoughts are, anything about me, and trust that you're going to have my back, but also trust that if it's something that ain't right, you're going to get on my butt too. I think that's a true friend. I really do. Not just You talked about working with a group. I never wanted to be the smartest guy in the room wherever I was, especially as the head coach. We were in deep trouble if I was the smartest guy in the room. I never wanted yes men, nor do I want yes men as friends. I like people that have interest, but if I'm about to do something stupid, hey, Rob, don't do that. Hey, boy,
don't let me do that.
That's when you say that's my boys. Yeah. Well, that's what boys. That's what we are to one another. Hey, what are you doing? And I think there's a time in life that you become friends with your children. My son and I are becoming good friends. He's 38 years old, so I look at him. And of course, he'll say yes to this day, and if I say, "Boy, don't do that," yes sir. But we're friends too. We can sit and talk, and he feels like he can tell me anything, and I'm going to love him when he gets done. Those are all things, but the discipline goes in all of those. They all have common ingredients, but I think that discipline of doing what you're supposed to do and doing the right thing and doing it day in and day out, that's discipline to me, the discipline aspect that you got to do in all those things for you to have success in any of those things.
For it to come together to make that great pie.
Yes.
Go get it.